Hey, what's up? How you guys doing out there? This is Stefan Jimenez from the Roto Beast team, and I'm here to present you our NBA picks for Friday, February 2nd. If you're new to this channel, please make sure to click the subscribe button below. This way you can watch all of our NBA, NFL, and MLB videos. And please make sure to click the like button on this video as it really helps us out. So, we got a nice little 9-game slate on this Friday. Before we jump into it, we'll just kind of wrap up tonight. Cashed again easily on Fanduel. Nice little double up. DraftKings just fell out. Paul George killed us in the very end. But hey, Fanduel, we've won 13 of the past 15 nights. Things are going very well. We've been getting new members daily, and I'm sure that they're all very happy. So yeah, if you haven't jumped on the money team, visit our website at www.rotobeast.net. And hey, let's jump into this 9-game slate. We'll go over the games real quick, and then we'll get into our picks. So we'll start first with Golden State. Going into Sacramento, this game has a 222 implied total. Golden State's favored by 12.5. Then we got New Orleans going into OKC. This game has a 219 implied total. OKC's favored by 6.5. Then we got the Lakers traveling to Brooklyn to face the Nets. This game has a 217 implied total. Brooklyn's favored by 1.5. We got Portland going into Toronto. Toronto will be on a back-to-back. This game has a 215.5 implied total. Toronto is favored by 4.5. We got the Utah Jazz going into Phoenix to face the Suns. This game has a 211.5 implied total. Utah is favored by 5.5. We got Indiana going into Charlotte to face the Hornets. This game has a 209.5 implied total. Charlotte favored by 3. We got New York going into Milwaukee to face the Bucks. This game has a 208 implied total. Milwaukee's favored by 4.5. Minnesota going into Philadelphia to face the Sixers. This game has a 201.5 implied total. Probably going to be the lowest on the slate. Philadelphia is favored by 4.5. And then the last game is we got Atlanta going into Boston to face the Celtics. This game doesn't have a line on it right now. Pretty much we got to figure out if Kyrie Irving is playing or not. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with all the games. I always start with the highest projected total. That's the games, obviously we want to target. Obviously today, Golden State going against Sacramento, that game could get out of hand quickly. And that's one thing that's kind of scary about that game. But, we will discuss a couple people still in that game. So we'll start at point guard. We've got Russell Westbrook. I just got done watching this game, OKC going against the Nuggets, and it was crazy. Paul George, he hit a three-pointer to tie the game with like 1.5 seconds left. The Nuggets, they come on the other end, 1.5 seconds after a timeout. They draw up a play, and Gary Harris hits a walk-off three-pointer to win the game. So hey, it was a crazy game, but Westbrook, the Thunder, they didn't play very well. They got lucky in the end to even be in the game. They're going to be facing New Orleans at home. New Orleans without Boogie Cousins. They're going to be pissed they lost today. I think that OKC is definitely going to come out tomorrow and play. Even though they're on a back-to-back, they still lost today. So, I like them a lot. I definitely like him. Russell Westbrook tonight. He had a solid game. He's been on fire. Tonight he got 68. So, come on, in the past 5 games, they haven't showed tonight yet, but that's what he got, 68. He's got you at least 62 in 4 of the past 5. He's playing well. He's going to be pissed they lost. I like him. I like Curry. I'm not really going to go into him too much just because, Curry's Curry. He had a bad game last game, so I definitely can see him coming out swinging this game. But going against Sacramento, they really, it's like the Warriors are playing, D-League team. I think that they're just going to crush them. Kind of scares me with the Warriors. But Curry, he does have the upside to get those points up quickly. So I do like him. Then we got Lillard. Price tag actually dropped, 8.8 price tag. Last game, he kind of just went in cruise control. He didn't have to do much because McCollum went off. But before that, he's been playing very well. He's averaging 42 on the season. For him to hit value, he needs about 44. I think Lillard is a really good play. Then we got Kimba. We know Kimba. He plays better at home. going against the Pacers in an up-tempo game. I really like Kemba in this spot. I think that he can have a monster game. We've seen him in the past have 50, 60-point upside. Coming off a really good game against Atlanta. He's been shooting the ball well. 44 for him at value, averaging 38 at home. I like him. Kyrie, I don't know what's going on with him. He's a game-time decision. If he plays, he's going to be in play going against Atlanta. They're the worst team in the league versus point guard. But if he's not in play, then you're probably going to have to lock in Rozier. 6.5. He showed us his upside last game. They played 32 minutes and got a triple-double. This is a guy who, we know he has upside, but he got a triple-double in his start. Like, come on. I know it was against the Knicks and stuff, but still, 55 fantasy points at 6.5. If he's going to start and play a lot of the minutes, he needs 32 to hit value. I really like that guy, and I'll probably put him in my cash games. Then we got Lowry going against Portland. Damian Lillard's not the best defender. He is coming off. He's going to be on a back-to-back. He had a really good game against Washington today, 52 fantasy points. For him to hit value at this price tag, all we need is 36, 37. He's averaging 35 on the season. So even though he is on a back-to-back, he's going to be at home. And his price is too low. I think he's definitely still in play. Dragic. His price is hecka low. Going against Philadelphia. This is a good game for him. He needs 32 to hit value. He's averaging 30 on the season. He's played two pretty solid games back to back, 28 and 31 fantasy points. Earlier in the season before he got hurt, he was playing very consistent. 40-point upside fantasy wise. I think he's a really good play in the mid tier. There's a point guard is loaded, to be honest with you. Rubio, up-tempo game against Phoenix. Everybody always laughed at me because I would bring him up because he was cheap. Now he's up to 6,000. You need 30 for value. He's got you at least 30 in 3 straight games, coming off a really good game against Golden State. Very great matchup against Phoenix. Like Rubio for GPP. Collison, another GPP. But, I don't know. I say they're GPP, but you can actually maybe consider looking at some of these guys. It just depends on how you feel. But, he needs 30 to hit value, averaging 28 on the season. He's playing very consistent. Had a 51-point fantasy point game a couple games ago. Shows us some upside. There's a lot of really good plays right here. All these guys I just mentioned are definitely in play. I wouldn't blame me if you paid down at point guard. Shooting guard. I like Oladipo's. Price is just still a little bit too high for me. You need 45 for him to hit value. Averaging 41 on the season. DeRozan. I just don't really like guys who depend on shooting. You got Holiday. This guy, he does a little bit of everything. He's going to be, going against a Thunder team who is going to be on a back-to-back. He plays very good defense. For him to hit value, you need 41. His price is up a little bit. You need 36. 36 is what he's averaging. You need 41 for value. He could definitely get there. But I think he's truly probably a little bit more of a GPP play just because he's more expensive. You got McCollum coming off, one of the best games of his career. Scored 50 points. But that's all he really does is score. He doesn't really do too much else. He scored 50 actual points and only got you 59 points. So I understand. He had a monster game. So his price is up. You need 40 for him to hit value. He's averaging 34. But realistically, say you take 20 of these out, and that only makes it a 20. What? No, okay, 39. So that would be respectable. I like him. I wouldn't have picked him if I didn't. I just don't want people to say, oh, man, he's going to score 50 again, because people really actually think that. But, the price is fair. He's in a solid spot. DeMar DeRozan is not the best defender. Definitely like McCollum. I like Booker. He's doing everything for the team, but going against Utah, I just don't like the matchup. You can look at him. Same thing with Clay. I'm scared of Sack. They can blow him out. You need 35 for him to hit value, averaging 31. Middleton's somebody I really like, especially Antetokounmpo is listed as questionable for tomorrow. For him to hit value, you need 37, averaging 35. And he's playing very well, and especially if Antetokounmpo's there. These games, Antetokounmpo, I think, were out, and he had back-to-back 50-point games. This guy's upside. He's a great play. If Antetokounmpo's out, then you just lock that dude in. Either way, with Bledsoe out, he's a guy that I'm really, really liking tomorrow. I'm gonna put him in my core at shooting guard now. I really like that guy a lot. Then we got Batum. I mean, Batum's just too cheap still. I told you guys last time. You need 30 for him to get value. Up-tempo game against the Pacers. He's back to playing mid-30 minutes. He got a triple-double last game. I mean, I mentioned him. He got 40 fantasy points. I mean, he's a guy who's going to get you 30 with upside of 40. The price is very fair. He's somebody that, I mean, you can lock him in at shooting guard and be done with your shooting guards. I really like him. Last guy I'm going to talk about is shooting guard. It's going to be Pope going against Brooklyn. Very up-tempo matchup. He's back to playing 30 minutes a game. He was coming back for injury, so he only played 23, but the past two games, 34 and 31. And, he does a little bit of everything, which you got to like. The price tag is down. You need 26 for him to hit value. He's averaging 26 on the season. I think he's a fair play if you want to pay down and kind of pay up somewhere else. Shooting guard. We got Durant. I like Durant. Don't get me wrong. But the price tag's up. You need 53, 54 for him to get value. Look at him. He's got you 68 almost in this game, but then 42, 44, 47, 37, 27. Like that's just going to crush you. And I just feel like the price tag is too high for what he's been doing. Especially I think this game has a chance to blow out against Sacramento. He's the top small forward on the slate, don't get me wrong. But, GPP only because he has the upside. This dude, he's listed as, he turned his ankle, I guess, last game. He's having trouble putting weight on it. So I'm going to have to guess that he's probably going to sit out. And then, like I said, if he sits out, you go with Middleton, for sure. So we got Paul George. I just talked about him. Came off a monster game against Denver tonight. They are on a back-to-back tomorrow. But, he went off. 43 actual points, 62 fantasy points. I mentioned him last night as well. He has the upside. He definitely does. Westbrook had a monster night too. So, they're starting to play very well together and feed off each other. And it's very, I'm like, cool, I like it that, they can put big games up together. Westbrook has 68 fantasy points. He has 62. So, it's good. Chemistry's building. I like them. They lost tonight. They're going to want to get that dub for sure tomorrow going against New Orleans. I would definitely go back to the well. Warren, I don't like the matchup going against Utah. But, they need this guy scoring. He's scoring 20 points a game. He's getting you rebounds, playing some defense. The past two games, he's got you at least 33. For him to hit value, you need 34. Averaging 32 on the season. In a mid-tier small forward, I think he's a solid play. Ingram as well. Going against the Nets. He's back to playing 33, 34 minutes a game. We know he fills up the stat sheet, does a little bit of everything. He's starting to score the ball a little bit better. He definitely has 40-point upside. For him to hit value, you need 32. He's averaging 29 on the season. I like Ingram. He's another solid mid-tier play. Richardson going against the 76ers. It's going to be an up-tempo game for him. All the guys, Johnson and Dragic, they're all back now. But Richardson gets his minutes. He still plays 35 at least minutes a game. He's a backup point guard. He plays good defense. So he gets you those defense stats that count as 3 points. He scores the ball. He's got you at least 14 or more in 3 straight games. He's just consistent. You need 31 for him to hit value. He's averaging 26 on the season. And he's right around there every night, right around the 30 mark. So I like Richardson. Jaylen Brown against Atlanta. Atlanta's a team. They don't play the best defense. This guy, he hasn't done nothing special. I understand. You need 30 for him to hit value. He's averaging 26. He hasn't got 30, lately, pretty much. But he's still getting you mid-20s. He's getting you, not too far behind. And he has upside. I like him more if Irving's out because they need the scoring. I just think he's a fair price. He has upside. I definitely would go with Richardson for 300 more if I'm looking for a little bit more consistency. But I like him either way, but I like him more if Irving's out. They're going to have to find scoring from somewhere. And, another guy I'll quickly just mention, Josh Jackson, he's had a couple good games in a row. I was looking at him just kind of like a GPP, feeling, kind of on the lower end of of kind of where I'm looking at small forward wise. He's had a couple good games in a row. I don't like the matchup, like I said, against Utah. But I mean, I'm just mentioning the young guy. He's been playing well. Got you 30 in 3 of the past 4. I mean, he's somebody you could just get low on, throw him in a GPP if you know kind of found somebody in this price range that you're looking at. Power forward, Anthony Davis. I mean, pretty much Boogie's out. Everything's on him now. He's going to play massive minutes. He's going to put up the massive numbers. I mean, he's pretty much just going to be the same as Westbrook every night. They're going to get you 60. I mean, he's going to have to do a lot more, and he's going to have a lot more monster games as well. For him to hit value at a 12.3 price tag, we need about 32. He's averaging 51 on the season, but in the past 3, he's pretty much got you at least 60. Like I said, that's been since Cousins is out. So, I mean, I like Davis. I think he's somebody that you can, definitely plug in. One thing I will note, though, is going to be banging with Steven Adams. And I know that actually tonight, Jokic, he dominated Adams, made him his bitch. But, hey, Adams is a tough guy, though. And, he didn't do too bad. Jokic just had a great night. He had a great shoot night. But Adams definitely gives big guys trouble. So that's one thing I will kind of note if Davis is going to be matched up against Adams a little bit. Then we got Draymond. Like I said, be careful with all the Warriors just because blowout factor. But Draymond, I mean, he gets his points, though. It's not always scoring. He fills up stat sheet, does a little bit of everything. For him to have value, you need 42. He's averaging 37 on the season. I think if he's going to get you at least 32, 34 minutes, he definitely could get you there. Porzingis, this is a guy I really like. Going against the Bucks, I mean, they don't really have no big guys. They have trouble somewhat against big guys. You need 42 for him to hit value. His price is actually down a little bit. He's averaging 40 on the season. I think this is a great spot for him to have a good game. And, he's on a day rest. So, yeah, no, Porzingis, I like him a lot. I think he's one of the better plays at power forward. You can look at Saric. He's been playing well. I don't like the kind of pace down game against Miami, but he's been very consistent, somebody that you can definitely look at. Carmelo, tonight, he didn't have the best night. I mean, 10-4-1, 15 fantasy points. He busted. Ugh. But you know what I mean? He's playing very well, and he's going to be kind of motivated as well. Man, they lost tonight. They're going to want to get a win at home tomorrow. So, I like him. I'll go back to, he could be very low owned. He's averaging 30 fantasy points on the season. You need 32 for him to hit value. So I think he's definitely somebody that you can kind of get in there. A little bit sneaky. Another guy I like, Derek Favors. You need 31 for him to hit value. Going against the Suns, up-tempo game. If he's going to be going against Chris, I think he could definitely dominate Chris. He's playing very well. In 2 of the past 3 games, he's got you 39 fantasy points. He's doing work. Him and Gobert are kind of, they're coexisting pretty good down there. It's looking good. I like Favors. You could look at Thaddeus Young. He's playing very well. He's been consistent. You can look at Ibaka. I like Ibaka. Tonight he had an off night somewhat against Washington, but he's been very consistent for the most part. Guy I'll quickly talk about. Marvin Williams out. Kaminsky last game. He got hurt a little. I guess he messed up his thumb or whatever. But he's listed as probable tomorrow. He should play, 32, 34 minutes. I like him. I definitely like him in this spot. Going into Indiana, it's going to be an up-tempo game. 4.3 price tag, very fair. All you need is 22 for him to hit value. He's averaging 19 on the season. If he's going to start, he's going to play regular minutes. I definitely think he's a guy you can put in your cash games. Then we got center. Okay, so I'm going to be honest with you. I have no clue what I'm going to do at center. Joel Embiid, first of all, he's overpriced. 52 for him to hit value. He's going to be banging with Whiteside, and I think Whiteside could get him in trouble. So I don't like Embiid. You got Howard. He's in a solid spot going against Indiana. But the price is up. You need 50. Past 2 games, he's got you 36 and 38. But he had an incredible run. So this price tag scares me. It's in a solid spot. So I'm looking at a couple guys. Gobert gets Phoenix, up-tempo game. For him to hit value, you're going to need about 38. So, He's averaging 33 on the season. I mean, he could definitely get you 38. Don't get me wrong. But he's going to be banging his Tyson Chandler, pretty good, center in his own right. So I don't know if this is the absolute best matchup for Gobert, but I mean, it's solid. So I like Gobert. Horford's a guy I'm really liking. Going against his old team in Atlanta, um, he fills up the stat sheet. He does a little bit of everything, which you really gotta like. He only played 23 minutes last game against New York and put up 37 fantasy points. I mean, his price tag is up a little bit as well. For him to value, you need about 37. He's averaging 34. I mean, I like Horford. These dudes are like priced up, all of them. So, I like my boy. I go back to the well with my boy tonight. Okay, he only got 23 tonight, but 23 is not really gonna kill you. But I mean, if it's so 7,000, you need 35 for him to hit value tonight. He didn't get there against Jokic, but I mean, I'm looking at what he's done overall. So I mean, I'll definitely go back to the well. I do like him in this matchup. The fair price. I'm just looking. I mean, who would you rather have, Adams, Cantor? I'm definitely going Adams. Randall, he's a solid play. Problem is he doesn't get the minutes, but definitely GPP upside. Nurkic, I mean, he got GPP upside all the time, but he's inconsistent. I mean, Kufis, his prices, I played him. He was 4,000. He went off against Golden State. I mean, I don't know. I don't really like the matchup that much. He may be somebody you could look at, but I'm not really going to be looking at him. So so that's what I'm telling you. Center, I don't know what I'm going to do with center. Tomorrow you can hit me with a comment and just we can talk about center or whatever. You let me know your opinion. That's the one I'm kind of puzzled on. But let me get the rest of my picks. So I got Middleton right there. I'm liking him. Let me go to point guard real quick. So there's point guard's loaded. There's so many good spots at point guard. I'm gonna say I want to go Rozier. Like I said, if Irving's out, I'm gonna go Rozier, but I'm gonna go Lowry. I know he's gonna be on a back to back, but at home, I think he's gonna play well. You got Middleton right there, a shooting guard already. Small forward. I don't know this one. Let me see. Who am I liking right here? I'm gonna go right back with my boy. He's coming off a monster night. I don't expect him to do it tomorrow, but I mean you need 41. I mean he's not gonna. I think he'll have a solid night. Let me see. I'm liking Porzingis a lot. The center. Man. Telling you, center's so tough. It's between Horford, Adams, Gobert probably. I hope that somebody's out or something. We get something happens tomorrow at center. Center's horrible. I'm just I don't want to go. I'm gonna go Horford. So he got 52, so we got to see what kind of value comes up. But there's some people that I'm really liking tomorrow. So hey, if you want to talk about people I didn't talk about, or you want to talk about my picks a little bit more, hit me with a comment below. I respond pretty quickly. If you want to play the lineups I'm playing every day, visit my website, www.rotobeast.net. Make sure to click a like, and I'll talk to you guys later. Let's win some money. Talk to you later. Bye.